So how's it going, my comic jet army? We're here today with JT, mother loving Molloy,
Woo.
the the writer and creator of the Sapphire Spectre. How you doing, JT?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. So what have you been doing since last time we talked?
A whole lot of stuff actually. Well, as far as comic stuff goes, I've had a little bit of changes in my life. I'm engaged now, which is cool. So my fiance, we went to London last summer. Um, some changes at work, but as far as the comic stuff goes, I've jumped up a notch or two. I just got done with my Kickstarter for number 5. So you can check out the backer kit when that drops in a couple of weeks at sapphirespectre.com. I'm sure we're going to link it to that.
Mhm.
So done with issue 5 now, and I've had 6 drawn for a long time now. I just drew number 7, and I just drew the cover for number 8. So I'm ahead. So I'm definitely going to start releasing these like faster. Instead of once every 9 months, I'm going to do once every like 3 or 4 months, you know? So I'm going to start, I really want to get the series out of my head and to readers faster, you know? So, and then I also started drawing the interiors for Greed, starting in issue number 4. That is Ethereal Comics. Dustin Burnell writes it, and now I'm drawing it. So starting with Greed number 4, you're going to see my art on the inside. So it's pretty fun. It's a fun book.
What is Greed about?
Greed is about, this is how Dustin described it, because I sat next to him at a con when he let me stay at his house in Nashville. He said, there's a monster under the bed, and the kid finds him, befriends him, but the monster's a dick. Those are his exact words that he pitched the story to everybody with. And there's a lot of like interdimensional, like demonic stuff going on. He's like the manifestation of greed, you know, like the sin. So there's different sins out there. There's like wrath and, you know, stuff like that. So go like he looks like a little gremlin, you know, and he kind of takes the kid on these adventures, and the kid's kind of like, you know, like, what is all this? You know what I mean? Like demons and succubi and stuff all over the place. So it's a fun one. It's a fun one to draw.
Is this through Diamond? Like, can you get it at your comic shops?
I think he distributes. I can't quite remember, but if not, you just look up Dustin Brunel or Ethereal Comics. That's the word ethereal, ETHREAL. I actually designed the logo for them too. I've done some work for them. Like, it's got some other books like Babes, Gore, and Dinosaur. I've drawn some covers for. If It Hops, I've drawn some covers for. Very eclectic bunch of stuff that he's working on over there with some great talent. So yeah, it's pretty fun. But yeah, Sapphire Spectre, I'm definitely far ahead on that, and I've got a bunch of stories coming up that I'm really excited about.
Are you going to launch the issue 6 after the holidays?
Yeah, probably right after. I might
Okay.
aim for like late January or something. So yeah, I definitely want to, as soon as I get the books in, I want to start shipping them out right away. Make sure everybody's taken care of, and just keep going. Just boom, just smash through, you know,
How many issues do you have planned?
like up to 20 in my head for sure. And then there's the prequels, because like this all started like actually like over a decade ago, and I had like a graphic novel that was really only on Comixology or through like print on demand or something, because I wasn't really in the scene yet, the comic scene, you know, like I didn't know anybody, and I was just kind of doing everything on my own. And I had this character, and I've just got this long planned out story. So there's like 3 prequel graphic novels that I'm eventually going to kickstart into a, you know, like a compendium, you know. So then it's like you can read it all in a row. It's like just that volume and then the series, you know.
Mm,
Yeah.
are you going to collect the first 10? Or are you going to do the first 20?
Yeah, I'll probably do the first 10. Yeah. I'll just do like, so it'll be like eventually on your shelf you can have, if you prefer the, you know, graphic novel format, you can have like the trilogy, then the series, like volume 1, volume 2, and maybe 3 or something, you know. So
You got to do like even spine art, because I got some trades over there from the same company, and all of them are the same. And then all of a sudden, they started making some higher, some lower, and they just start jumping around in the spine, and it drives me nuts.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to make, yeah, I want to be able to like have a picture, like, you know, like the S logo, like kind of thing, like that thing.
Yep.
That to be like spread across all of them or something. You know what I mean? Like something like that would be fun.
Maybe the S with like a Roman numerals.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, you're very creative. I know you'll come up with something great.
Hmm.
So number 5 just ended. So you're just waiting to get the issues back from the printer, and they're going out to the people.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Literally just ended. So it's probably going to be like 2 weeks before I get the fundage. I'm going to make sure all the files are in order before that even happens so that I can just zoom through as soon as it comes in, you know.
Do you print local?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I've been looking into new printing options, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't want to like give a shout out to any one particular place just yet, just because I'm trying to figure out some stuff budget wise and you know things like that.
I think
Couple of things.
I think a couple foils would be nice.
Yeah, down the line, I want to do something like that. Yeah, it'll be fun. But yeah, it all depends on how much you make through the funding. You know, like to like add on like stuff like that. You know. At the end of the day, I mean, the covers are really nice, and I love working with the artists. It's the cover, the whole variant cover thing. It's not even so much a collector thing. It's a choice thing. I want people to like be able to like choose the one they like the best. And I also just love seeing renditions of my character done by other people that are so amazing, you know. And like even some people I've looked up to, like on the last Kickstarter, I had Nai Rufino, um, and I've been a fan of hers for a long time, and it was so cool to see her draw my character, you know, and like she totally just got it right away and everything. And I just looked at it and like she had these chompy flower plants on it, and like I had I had like 27 pages of story done, and I was gonna put like a 1 page story at the end, you know, just to even out the 28.
Mhm.
But then I was like, no, those chompy flowers are so cool. So I found a gap in the action scene and I rearranged some panels just so I could draw her fighting those chompy flowers because I was like, those are so cool that they need to go in the book. Like, so I actually like extended the story from 27 to 28 pages just to put in that, you know.
Nice. So do you tell the other artists anything, or you just let them read the book and it's a free for all?
Yeah, I like them to read a book. That's fun. Like, but if they, you know, if they've not got enough time for that or something, I'll just give them some basic rules about like Spectre and like how I draw her, you know, like I definitely send them like here's what her skull logo looks like with the splatter on it for
Yeah.
the hoodie. And I'm like, don't worry about continuity. I draw it different every time. Like the where the splatters are on the hoodie, you know. I'm like, so don't worry too bad about that. It's kind of like got a not really like a tank girl amount of like ignoring continuity, but you know, I will draw the splatter spots in a different spot every time. But and then like I tell them like the swoop over her right eye is pretty important, or left eye, I guess it is. This is like a mirrored kind of thing right
Yeah, right.
here. um, yeah, the swoop goes over her left eye. Um, it's not like Lady Death where it's parted in the middle like a '90s girl. You know, it's like
Mhm.
kind of like that emo scene punk rock kind of thing where it's like the giant swoop of hair. You know, so I always kind of like just make sure that there's minor details like that that they pay attention to, or but otherwise just go nuts, do whatever you want, you know. So
Okay. I know whoever you got to do number D that you sent me, the cover, I have it propped up over there on some other comic books, and every time I walk past it, it's probably my favorite cover you've done.
yeah, who did D for that one? What does it look like?
It's her on the ground with like a scythe under her neck.
Oh, that is Johnny Segura the third. That guy's really good.
Yes.
I've been following him, and he's been following me for a long time now. And there was actually some guys that have gone to him and gotten commissions of Spectre from him, and like he showed it to me, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And that was actually a guy who got a commission from him and wanted the Violet Void character, like, you know, like pinning her down, about to chop her head off. And I'm like, that's so awesome. Dude, that's just going to be a cover, you know, like, so I just made the arrangements to make sure that I can make that a cover, and I did.
Yeah, I like his art. Like, I think you should, you know.
He's really good. Oh my God. You should see, just follow, everybody follow Johnny Segura. He's so great. Does like a lot of Street Fighter stuff, and like, just really dynamic, exaggerated, like, it's almost anime, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's like it's his own kind of style. You know, like it's really cool.
Are you in comic shops yet?
Only local ones. I'm slowly gonna work on that whole distributor thing. Uh, you know, just like how many copies I have left over, how much money it costs to kind of get that going and stuff. But otherwise, I just kind of drop them off at local Chicago shops and stuff like that, and just kind of have them available on my website. So
I wonder, do you know if there's a fee to get your books to Diamond for them to distribute it?
I don't know. I really don't know that much about distribution. I'm slowly learning as I go, you know, about the whole process and all this stuff, you know. It's been one big learning experience, like, as I do it, you know. So
The more and more I'm starting to understand the business side of Diamond, I'm starting to see that there might be an easier way without them,
right.
because they don't pay any shipping. Like, when I work at a printer, and when we ship a pallet, the publisher pays for the pallet to go to Diamond, and once when it's at Diamond, the comic shops pay to get it from Diamond into the store.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you're not eating any of this cost at all,
Yeah.
you know. And a lot of times books get damaged, and everything else. The way they ship it is just crazy.
Right. And I know there's some indie distributors out there too that are like in our circle, and I should maybe talk to them eventually, see what kind of thing we can do, you know.
Oh yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Book signings. Where are you gonna be at this year?
I usually stick to the Midwest. Like, I've been at the last bunch of C2E2s. Shout out to Henri Compin for getting me into those. And yeah, I shared a table with him and Chuck Pinow last time, and
Hey.
so cool. Chuck's a fucking great guy, and so
Yeah.
can I say fuck? I forget. Anyway, you're gonna beat
You
that
can.
out. Okay, I can't remember. Whatchamacallit? So I try to get all the local stuff I can, and I even got to Nashville last summer. But I kind of want to get to like Vegas or LA or something like that this year. You know, like, set aside some vacation days and a couple bucks to really like get out of my comfort zone and my driving range. You know, like, actually get to somewhere on a plane and just hit up something like that. Maybe Phoenix Fan Fusion, something like that. You know, like, somewhere where I can, you know, meet some people I haven't in person, you know, and get like more of my book out to people who have not been exposed to it physically yet, you know, that are not backers, you know.
Come down here to Florida. Like, you could probably throw a rock and hit 3 indie creators.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's here in Florida.
There's a lot of Floridians. There's a lot of Arizona people too. You notice that? I don't know.
In Texas, I've been running across a lot of people in Texas.
Yeah, April Reyna lives down there. Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see, Lori Calcaterra. There's probably a lot that I'm probably missing.
Yeah.
You know. Wow, what social medias are you on? Where can people
I'm
find
on
you?
the Instagrams, lately the X or whatever it's called, Twitter. I try to stay away from there. It's usually people are fighting more over there. I kind of like peace. I like just like, I don't know. I'm just like a bro down, hang out kind of guy, you know. So like that's what I'd rather do. I'd rather talk about Batman and Mario or whatever with just people and post memes and have fun and create stuff, show people what I'm working on, just just having fun with people. That's why kind of like I like the scene I got going on Facebook with a lot of the friends over there, so that's where I mostly am, is Facebook.
I think a lot of us are.
Yeah, there's
And,
the Sapphire Spectre is a page, and then just me, JT Molloy. So yeah.
do you still have a Kick a Rock website up?
No, we're kind of on hiatus. It's been a while. The pandemic slowed us down, as well as some like personal stuff that went down between like some of the cast members and stuff like that. So I haven't been making sketch comedy, and I really miss it. And but my friend Laura Kowalski, who is a great actress, is still playing Sylvia Sloan, my character, in the Kickstarter videos, So I always love when a Kickstarter comes around, because then I get to have fun with her, and she gets to put on the black and blue wig and have fun improving the script that I write for her, and ignoring half of it and being funny, So
So does she paint herself? Like, is all that paint, all the blue?
No, she just does like the human form when she's like doing that. But then like there's little clips that are from a short film of the Sapphire Spectre. You can look it up on YouTube. It's called Sapphire Spectre: The Next Level. And it's a 7-minute film that I actually FX'd and directed, wrote, edited, everything. It took like 4 days to shoot it and like 3 months to edit it, because
Wow.
I like carefully like made her blue in every scene and glowing and her eyes white and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I'm going to check that out.
yeah, it's cool. I'll send you the link for that after this.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the description and let everybody see it.
Yeah, it was a fun one. And it's canon too. there's issue 4. Did you read issue 4?
Not yet. I'm halfway through 3.
There's a scene where, so she's in limbo in issue 4. That's like the ghost, like where ghosts go after they've been messed up, after they get kind of ghost dead. So like there's like a scene where like I took a bunch of different kinds of art, like this one looks almost like cut and paste or whatever. But then that is a screenshot from the short film, and that's Laura playing her, and my buddy Bill Miller playing the ghost that she helped. And so like I just like I did a lot of mixed media on this issue when she's in the limbo dimension, So I should just take a screenshot from the movie and like put it in here, like, so yeah.
Are you continuing the Taxi Driver?
No, that ended in this one. Like, he'll come back as a character, but like those first 3 Taxi Driver stories were a setup for what happens in this issue and issue 4. Okay. So like the 2 stories kind of converge at the end.
All right, sweet. Is there anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, I'll just talk real quick about issue 5. It was the Pure. It's like a character made of like pure pink positive energy, and is like she kind of is at ends with her, because it's like they're both good, but they're both different kinds of good. You know what I mean? So they kind of butt heads a little bit. You'll see. And then issue 6 is going to take place in an insane asylum. Like some of her friends, like how her best friend has a band. Finally getting to the 2 characters that are in that band, the guy Sean and the girl Cammy, and that's the drummer and the bassist, and they kind of get kidnapped by a psycho like ghost who was like a insane asylum doctor and had all these crazy theories about tearing people's souls from their body and stuff like that. So she's going to go and face off against him. And then I've got like the 7th issue is going to deal with the Mothman, who's like a legendary creature that supposedly really exists in Chicago. And like that was kind of the plot of that Mothman Prophecies movie, like out east or something. And so yeah, it's going to be neat. I like to explore local legends too, so.
Okay. And yeah, just I don't know what I was going to say there, but keep on kicking ass, JT. Woo. And I guess we'll talk with you soon. Appreciate you taking the time to come talk with me.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks, Dad.
What? You mean you haven't subscribed to Comic Chat Authority? Oh, come on. Subscribe already. What are you waiting for? It's no big deal. Like, man, don't forget to tell him to hit that like button. Yeah, that too. Just subscribe.